Yeah, this book, it really brings out emotions in you the more you write in it. I had to take a break because I was starting to, get emotional, tear up, and all those things. So I guess you could call this a little story time or whatever, but this is more so a self care moment, a self reflection moment, a self healing moment, because I really have been feeling down. I've been feeling lonely. Excuse me. I've been feeling like I'm not enough. And although I've been, out hanging with friends, hanging with family, and doing all those things, that's fine. But when I have to come back home, it's only me behind these doors in silence. And, sometimes I be wanting to, be up under somebody, you know, that I really, really connect with. And I think that's something that's really missing with me. Like, I think I'm not, or I haven't, or maybe I have, but I've stopped. I stopped really focusing on self, working on myself. And it's time to get back to that. It's absolutely time to get back to that. Like, I spend so much time consuming Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, even YouTube. I spend a lot of time on these social media apps. And not only just that, I'm also binge watching Netflix, Hulu in my bed all the time. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the serenity of it all. I love the peacefulness of it all. But some days I be feeling like I want that guy, that connection, that one that gets me, that one that sees me for me, you know. But not just me doing self work in that aspect. I also have to do self work with childhood issues, daddy issues, and things like that. And I was really just sitting here thinking like, my father robbed me of the experience. He robbed me of the education on how a man is supposed to treat a woman. He robbed me of that. And that's 100% for sure one of the reasons why a lot of my relationships have not been successful past 5 years. I've been in a relationship for 10 years, but that was a very toxic situation. And when they say that women have daddy issues, little girls have daddy issues, it's real. It's real. And although I be trying to mask it and try to say, what, it's okay, it is what it is, you know, he only did what he was able to do because he was probably taught a certain way. Um, he was married to my mom, and I think they were it's a long story. They were married and living under the same roof for about 6 years. They separated when I was a little girl, but they remained on paper until like 2015, 16, because my mom thought that my dad had signed the papers and sent them off, which that wasn't the case. So all those years, she has still been legally married to him on paper, even though they have been separated since I was a little girl. So this is one of the reasons why I needed to start working in this book. I had this book back from Juneteenth. I had went to a little book fair and I got this book because I'm like, there is some underlying trauma that I need to get to. And I know that I have to talk to him about this, but it's like I want to be able to just come to him and be able to speak my piece, say how I really, really feel without the fear of being shut down. Because my father is not a talkative person. And when he feels like he's in an uncomfortable position, he will shut down. So I have to find a way to make this work. Otherwise, otherwise, it's kind of hard to talk to a parent who is hard themselves, who has um, that attitude that, oh, I don't want to hear this, oh, I don't have time for this, woo woo woo. Like, it's hard. So I have to be careful on how I approach it. But I know it has to happen. And because he's not getting younger, he's getting older. So I know it has to happen. So y'all just got to pray for your girl with that. I think that's hard for any little girl, young adult, woman growing up with an absentee father. Although he has been around, he still has been absent. And it hurts even more because out of my mother's children that he had with her, she had 5 boys. No, she had 4 boys. And I'm the baby and I'm an only girl. So he has more relationships with my brothers than he has with me. And for the life of me, I don't understand why. Because I was just a little girl. Like, I really didn't start paying attention that my father wasn't around until I was really probably preteen years. Like, I was old enough to actually see, what's what. You know, my mom never asked for child support. My dad never liked to work. He always had liked to do under the table jobs. He never liked to work. He only had one government job in his whole life. So I was robbed out of child support. Um, well, all of us was, not just me. So my mama never really had a need to even ask for, $500 a month because she knew that 9 times 10 she wasn't going to get it, and she didn't feel like being bothered going down to the courts because it would have just been a hassle. Because what can they do? They can't take money out of something that he doesn't have consistently. But anywho, I don't want to indulge in too much of it. Just know that your girl got daddy issues. And I'm trying to get to a place. I'm 41 now. I'm trying to get to a place mentally where I can understand why my relationships have not been successful like I want them to be. Yeah, I've been married, but that was a polygamous situation. Um, it only lasted 3 years. And after that situation, I realized that I was not happy in that situation. I was just going with going with the flow. And a lot of times going with the flow that doesn't allow you, or it takes away you allowing yourself to have boundaries. I wasn't really into boundaries then like I am now. So I got a lot of work to do. I had to really sit back and think like, is it is it really the men or is it me? It's both. It's both. So your girl is going to be making some changes for the rest of the month of December leading into the new year. I'm going to get back into the gym. You guys, I'm going to try to be celibate for a while. I don't know how long, but I'm going to try. As best I can do, I can try. Because at this point, I want to be looked at as more than just something sexual. I want to be looked at as someone who has more to offer than just that. And I'm not saying that I'm out here being a hoe or nothing like that. No, because I've been dealing with one guy for the last 2 years. Sneaky link anyway. For the last 2 years, he's only been the only one that I've been messing around with. So I'm not out here like that, y'all. But even with that, that takes its toll. That gets tiring. That gets boring. You know, feelings get involved, which was no secret because he knew. So it just, it's just a lot of stuff that I have to just sort out. So I'm gonna get back into the gym. I'm gonna try to, be celibate for a minute. Um, I'm going to get back into yoga. I'm going to get back into things that I was doing that I enjoyed doing. Because somewhere along the line, I lost sight of that. I lost sight of that. I might even also just get off of all social media platforms for a minute and just really, really do some soul searching, some manifestation, some do a lot more praying, meditating, and things of that nature. Like just really getting me back to the center of who I am. And hopefully, next year things will start looking out for your girl. Not just on the relationship wise, but also on parent wise, also on a financial tip, all those things. So I got my work cut out for me. I got my work cut out for me. And I'm not a person that really cries. It takes a lot for me to shed tears. And this is one reason why I need to do this self work, because I'm more hard in the inside than I am soft. And the fact that I am not an emotional person because of life situations and stuff, I feel like that's kind of a problem. Like, a female should be able to show emotions. I feel like no female should be, it should not be hard for a female to show emotions. That means that she is not connected to her femininity. She is not connected to her emotions. She is not connected to um, love, you know. And I have to get to that place where I could be vulnerable. Like I want to be vulnerable. And Yeah, I just got a lot of work to do. But this, so far, this book is really, really good. It has a lot of stuff in it, a lot of, self reflecting things. Let me see if I can find the, it might be on the back, like a website or something. So if anybody wants to, purchase this book, that you can. So actually, I don't even think. Okay, so I don't see any website or anything like that, which is a bummer because this really is a good, you know, self healing type book. So I also, which I showed you guys in the last video from Saturday, Sunday, I got these books from Kitty Rose from tonight's conversation. She has a I want to say YouTube, Facebook channel called Talk to Me Kitty. I follow her. Y'all go follow her. She's really, really good. She really, really is good. And I got this because for someone like me who knows that I want to be married again, I want to be in a relationship, I want to be, with someone that is for me or what have you, I have to I have to work on me in order to provide the best possible partner I can be for that guy. So I'm going to be working on this as well. This one here in my pursuit, this is pretty much like a journal for the most part, which is asks you, certain questions about your strength, your weaknesses, what else? Are you being truthful with yourself? What brings you happiness? What did you do? What When did you realize that pretty much lost sight of such and such? So this is also a good one. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of self work. Um, I think I'm going to shut down social media the beginning of the year. That's the goal. That's the plan. Because it's really just redundant shit, for real, for real. And all I do is just post shit all day, every day. And the fact that I'm going to try this celibacy thing, I need to get off all social media anyway because a lot of that stuff is just it's overstimulating and very sexual and things like that. Especially like these groups. Like I'm in a group right now, and it's like every post is about something sexual, whatever the case may be. So in order for me to keep myself focused, I need to get away from things that can, you know, lead me into breaking the plan that I have here. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to, get on here and, share a little something with y'all about myself. I know I do a lot of videos, but I don't really get personal. So this is some of me being personal and vulnerable to you guys. Um, Ladies, if you've ever had daddy issues, what did you do to get that conversation that was needed? Like, how did you approach that? And what was your father's response? Was he receiving of it? Was he being standoffish, still mad, with an attitude? Um, what was the outcome of that? And based on that outcome, are you okay with the results? So that's all I wanted to, get on here and say. Like I said, I will be having some story times for real, for real. And I'm going to get them out before year's end because I think the beginning of the year, I don't want to start story times talking about dudes. Like I don't want that. I want it to be about me and my self intentions and you know me building on myself and things like that, being more motivational, more positive. So I really don't want to have to get on here YouTube and talk about these niggas. I'm just playing, but for real though. So I will get those story times out before month's end. And yeah. Well, I'm going to end this right here. I'm going to finish my wine. I'm going to do a little bit more work in my book. I got my candle lit, y'all. This Luminous, gotta be careful. This Luminous, it smells so good. It's very light and it smells like a woman's perfume. Like, I really need to go on their website and see if they even have a body butter of this, because I will most definitely wear this. But I am about to go ahead. I'm gonna cut my lights out, let my candles burn, cut my music on, drink my wine, and cheers to the beginning of my self-care journey. All right, you guys, you take care, and I will chat up with you guys on the next video. Bye.